afternoon, my cigar smoking family. My cigar smoking family. Good afternoon. Today we are going to be smoking a white label Robusto with a Sumatra wrapper on it. That's all we know. So, I mean, you're going to smoke it, you're going to see what you think about it, right? And that's it. Sumatra is renowned for its mild to medium body, characterized by smooth, delicate, and aromatic smoke that features sweet, earthy, and spicy notes. Primarily used as a high-quality wrapper leaf, known for its thin, silky texture and ability to burn evenly. My beard is looking rough today. I meant to comb it and brush it this morning, but I didn't. So this was a box press, Alexander branded. There's your density. Gotta have some density, baby. Lee Mac 912, where you get that cigar from? Don't worry about where I got it from. Where can I get it? You can't. Not yet, anyway. You might later on in the year. Feels pretty light in the hand. Good draw. Nice box press, is nice and firm. I'll tell you, family, some days is like that. Mama said there'd be days like this. All right, good draw. All right, see, this is what pen doesn't write, trash. Where's that other one I just had? Pen doesn't write, trash. Okay, this one writes. Cold draw, really all I'm getting is tobacco. I feel like this pen is getting ready to go in the trash too. All right, we're gonna light this thing up and we're gonna see what it do, Brother Dexter. Brother Dexter. Hey, before I go to you, Brother Dexter, let's talk about Brother Mac Curry. Brother Mac, he moved down to South Carolina from up north here. He was up in my area. Now he's down in South Carolina and it was snowing like hell down there. So Brother Mac said, hey, listen here, South Carolina. He did a video. He said, I just want to let you know that I understand you have a snow machine and I understand that it works. It's working. You can turn it off now. Shout out to you, Mac. Oh, man. Brother Dexter. Let's get ready to crank this thing up and get it moving. Here we go. 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 Let's go, y'all. I often wonder how much of a cigar is really what people, the consumers, taste versus the name, the brand, the fancy bits and doodads and baubles that are put on the cigar. How many people actually really take the cigars off, take the bands off and just smoke it? That's what I like. I think there's a group over there called Cigars Unbanded. Brother Peter is over there. And they take the bands off and they smoke the cigars. Now let's see what we got and we don't have all the rest of that crap. Good smoke output. Smooth. Mild. Right now I'm going to say mild. Retrohale smooth, sweet tobacco. I'm gonna call it sweet light tobacco. And what I mean by that, I mean not like a dark colored fig, raisin, prune. This is like light white sugar sweetness versus a brown sugar sweetness. And there is some sort of pepper there. Okay. She's picking up nice, she is picking up nice tobacco flavor. The pepper is picking up very nicely. And the pepper, I feel like, is more like a cayenne pepper. I was thinking, is it cayenne? Is it jalapeno? More like a cayenne pepper. Short finish. So what that means is after you puff the smoke out of your mouth, how long does the taste stay in your mouth? Now, I'm going to have to adjust that. I just said short finish, but I'm still feeling the pepper on my tongue. And I'm still tasting the tobacco on my palate. So it's not a short finish. I'm going to call it a long finish, but the finish is of that, what I just said here, sweet, light tobacco, smooth pepper. So it's like what you get on the retro hill, but it's longer, but it's a different type of tobacco. It's not like a dark, robusto, fig, raisin, dried stone fruits. All right, somebody in my driveway. Let me see what's going on. All right, that was the FedEx man. I'm expecting some company. You know how it is. They always show up right as soon as you get busy. Good smoke output, and that's got excellent smoke output. And that cayenne pepper is building up on my palate. Oof. It's building up even more. Oof. I'm gonna need that to calm down a little bit. Hey, I'm gonna need that pepper to calm down a little bit. I'm feeling the strength back in the back of my head there. I'm gonna say it's coming up to medium plus strength. Drying finish on my palate. Hold on, I got a little coffee here. All right, family, we're gonna set that down. We're gonna let that burn a little bit. It's a Robusto size, 5x50. I don't know anything about the price, but I will tell you in a little while who makes it, whose it is. Whose white label cigar it is. I'm gonna talk about my brother. Listen. It's funny to me that if we go to YouTube's, right, and they'll tell you we have rules, right? You can monetize certain channels and certain channels you can't monetize, right? That's cool. So my channel was demonetized a long time ago. And I never really considered getting back and trying to monetize it again, because I'm like, whatever. My people support me. I got great patrons and Cash App vendors and all. It's not that big of a deal. Plus, when you go to watch my channels, hopefully there's no commercials there. Hopefully. If it is, then I'm getting beat because y'all are being forced to watch commercials and I ain't getting paid for it. So anyway, I cleaned up the channel, got rid of all the channel strikes, added, notifications to the front saying that cigars we were just doing an educational thing. This is only for education. We don't encourage smoking or any illegal activities or anything like that. We don't tell you any place to go buy cigars. We won't talk about buying cigars or where you can buy them. We will remove all links from any type of retailer, shop, website, whatever. We'll remove all of that from the channel. This is why a lot of my videos that used to be on the channel are no longer there, because I used to have sponsors and sponsorship was in the middle of the video. And when I get time, I'll put some of those back little by little after I recut them. Okay. So then they come up with a new thing now, right? In order to be eligible for monetization, you gotta have, I don't know how many subscribers. When I first started, it was 1,000. Now you gotta have so much watch hours. You gotta have 10 million watch hours on shorts, or 4,000 watch hours on your regular long form videos in the last year. Okay. So I work on that. I ain't getting 10 million shorts, but I get 1,000 watch hours. I go to reapply. So this could take up to 30 days. Okay, that's cool. They send me back the same response that says your channel is not eligible for monetization. That's why I did that old video about the other day about why don't they like me? I also did a video once called YouTube Hates Cigar Reviewers. Now, there are some people, there are a lot of channels that are not monetized because they're not big enough, and there's some that are larger that are monetized, and then you look and you say, why are they monetized? So shout out to my brother who left a comment the other day. He said, you're like one of the only few channels that's left which talking about reviewing a cigar and you actually smoke a cigar. A lot of the people, the way they've gotten around it is they don't smoke the cigar on camera. Now, what I'm doing, I'm not encouraging you to do. It's like my daddy used to say. He'd say, don't do what I do, just do what I say. And what I say is don't do it. But that doesn't necessarily work, so, you know. Shout out to your brother Cowboy. Yeah, they're acting funny, man. So certain people is good to go, some people is not good to go. But the thing about me is this, right? I'm gonna be me. It's like Sly Stone said, I got to be me. If you want me to stay, I'll be around today. Available for you to see. So yeah, I'm gonna be around. But I might not like your rules. But I might need to be on your platform. So a lot of cigar reviewers, what we did is we said, we're gonna try to find an ultimate platform. We've done some things with Twitch, Rumble, Odyssey. Some people don't, a lot of y'all don't even know what Odyssey is. I got a whole channel on Odyssey with a bunch of my old cigar videos there, uncut. I think I said Rumble. We don't like Rumble because that's too political. The Donald Trump MAGA people are over there on Rumble. We don't like that. All right, whatever. It's a spot. Listen, I don't have no servers out in my backyard that I could host all of this content. And if I did have a server farm in my yard to put all this content on and try to get other people to come and put their content on or whatever, guess what? You would never know it was there because the Googles and the people up in charge that control what you see when you go to search for something would never point to my channel. That's what happened with Rumble. That's what happened with Odyssey. Never pointed because we don't do that. So what do you do as a cigar reviewer? What do you do? Do you play the games? Do you talk about a cigar that maybe in the camera all you see is the smoke? Maybe you don't never see the smoke. We don't talk see smoke, but I'm gonna tell you all about the cigar. Do you never put the cigar in your mouth? Do you just say, you know what, bump it? Like my brother Cowboy, he's like, I ain't monetized, I ain't never been monetized, don't wanna be monetized, I'm gonna do what I do. Leave me the hell alone. Shout out to you, Cowboy. K-O-W-B-O-Y-I-S-M, Cowboyism. If you don't know who Cowboy is, go over there and check him out. I don't know, but I always say you gotta follow the money. Follow the money. The interesting thing to me is that the tobacco industry has built a made a lot of money in the United States on the backs of a lot of poor people. Tobacco, cotton, oil. Shout out to your brother Jason Ritchie. We went down to New Orleans. We got off of Bourbon Street and looked at some of the big mansions there that were built on the backs of some poor people earlier in the country. Tobacco was one of those things. Cigarettes used to be a big deal. People would smoke cigarettes. Used to join the service. You could get as many cigarettes as you could smoke for free. Join the army, free cigarettes. My grandmother used to have a store where she sold cigarettes, and they were sold for a nickel a pack. Cheap, but they made a lot of them. A lot of people smoked, right? United States. Europe is different. United States, now all of a sudden, hey, we don't like cigarette smoking. We don't like tobacco. It's a health risk. So it's a whole different thing. European countries, different. Where the hell was I going? I was talking about the money, talking about the YouTubes, I don't know. But we're talking about people, family. Anyway, this is Smooth Cigar. It's, I'm going to say she's right now about medium strength. It was kind of dancing with medium plus a little bit. Now it's back down to medium strength. But it's not bad. The ash dropped off. Not really a super solid ash on there. So if I were to ask you, or if it was my guess, I would say it's a well-constructed cigar. Tobacco, I'm going to say, is mid-grade. It's mid. It ain't top grade. It's mid, but it's pretty good. And I'm going to say that the price is not going to be very expensive, which makes this, to me, a very good daily smoker type of cigar. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I was in the lounge the other day. I talked to y'all about my brother who, I said, I got a guy who comes in and he used to wear his Make America Great Again hat, right? And I noticed he stopped wearing it, and I wonder why he didn't. So somebody said, you should ask him why you stopped wearing it. So I saw him the other day. I said, yo, brother, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I was talking about you the other day. I was talking about your hat, whatever. Why you stopped wearing it? He said, well, I don't want to offend anybody. That's not my intention. And, you know, I don't want to get no shit because I wear my hat. Now, ain't that some of the same thing that we say as people on the other side, that we don't want those people to do to us? We want to be free to speak and give our opinion, but we don't want to be stomped on because our opinion is different than yours. You hear what I'm saying? This is what the MAGA guy said. All right, let's go on. So I also said, if you never stop and talk to the people, you don't know where they're coming from, right? So I said, well, bro, you need to go get your hat. He said, all right, I'm gonna put a picture up here, right? He said, I got another one. Maybe it's a little less offensive in the car, in the truck. Let me go out and get it, right? Let me take a picture, brother. So he said, I'm gonna put on my Gulf of America hat. All right, brother, put on your Gulf of America hat. We're gonna take a picture, right? Me and you, we good. As we talk a little bit further, I find out that he is a shipmate of mine. We were both in the Navy. So we talk a little bit further about the politics. Now we really into the area where you're not supposed to be talking in the cigar lounge about politics, but we are knee deep in this shit right now. All right, come on, let's go. We here, let's go. He said, you know, you remember what it was like when we were in the Navy? He said, we were all in this thing together. I'll be damned, that's exactly right. We all in this thing together. So, his opinion, he said, I don't believe Trump is a racist. That's your opinion, but that's his opinion. But here's a surprise for you. This guy was a lifelong Democrat. And Until Trump ran for president the first time, he liked what he said. He likes what he's doing. He's liking some of the results or whatever, so now he's a Trump supporter. And he smokes cigars, so we both smoke cigars. So listen, we had a great conversation that night. We walk away, we don't agree on some things. He thinks things go one way, I think it goes another way. His path through life is different than my path through life. Where he is today is different than where I am today. But we could all sit down, smoke a cigar, and enjoy ourselves. All right, family, I'm gonna be back. I don't talk way too long on that, but I don't care. This is just one of them videos, family. I'll be back. Let's talk a little bit about this rapper, the Sumatra rapper. Sumatra is an island, kind of off the coast in the Indian Ocean, off the coast of Malaysia, Singapore, those things. It's all on there. It's a pretty big island, right? So it has a leaf and imparts a mild yet flavorful profile. Distinct notes of cinnamon, earthiness, and floral undertones with a sweet aftertaste that lingers on your palate. So kind of what I was saying earlier, the taste was kind of light, peppery, but it lingers on the palate. That's absolutely right. I don't know what's in the core of this cigar. I would guess Nicaraguan. Doesn't have the earthing taste of Dominican to me. Let me see. Popular choice for many premium cigars. Because of the subtlety of its flavor, it offers a perfect balance with bolder tobaccos used in the filler and the binder. So that would be the case. We have a bolder tobacco in the filler and the binder to binder. And the wrapper is a Sumatra. Now, the interesting thing about this, I don't know that this is Sumatra wrapper because it's pretty dark. And from what I see, Sumatra wrappers are pretty light, pretty thin. Don't know. I don't know. But there's some Sumatra tobacco in there somewhere. But it's in Indonesia. Although Sumatra tobacco is historically associated with the island in Indonesia, the seed has found its way to numerous producing regions around the world. Today, Sumatra tobacco is grown in Ecuador, Nicaragua, and Honduras, and it adapts to the climates and soils to produce unique flavor profiles. So if this was a Sumatra seed wrapper and it's grown in Nicaragua where there's plenty of sun and it's grown not under a shade or whatever, I could see that it would be a darker color. In the United States, there once was a variety known as Florida Sumatra, which was historically grown under shade in Florida to provide high quality wrapper leaves. Now that's probably could be what Jeff Borshowitz is doing with his Florida Sun Grown. He's doing it in the sun, but maybe that same stuff he's doing under shade will be called the Florida Sumatra. I don't know. That cigar breed, seed, growing type of thing, eventually it went away. Now, one of the most sought-after versions of this leaf is the Ecuadorian Sumatra, known for superior quality. It is a hybrid of the original Sumatra tobacco and a Cubana varietal, which originates from Cuba. Started in '67 when they started doing this hybridization, when many of those who fled from Cuba sought to create a unique and distinct tobacco. So by crossing those two varietals, they produced a more flavorful and versatile version of Sumatra. So Ecuadorian Sumatra is highly regarded for its ability to offer a richer and bolder flavor compared to the Indonesian counterpart. Its robust, spicy character, which is what I'm getting, spice for sure, with the smooth smoothness of a typical Sumatra tobacco makes it a perfect choice for medium to full body cigars. So when cigar makers create a cigar and they are looking to blend, this is a part of what the master blenders will do. They'll take different qualities from different tobaccos and put them together. Now, an interesting thing is, if I smoked a purito, which is just a little rolled up piece of tobacco of that one tobacco, each one of these three separate things, and the wrapper, binder, filler, say it's all three different tobaccos. If I smoke them separately, they're gonna taste different. They're gonna have qualities of that tobacco, qualities of the next tobacco, qualities of the next tobacco. But when you put them all together, the combination is different. So that's a part of what the great cigar blenders are able to do when they put together a blend. In addition, if I wrap that up today and I smoke it today, it's gonna taste different than it's gonna taste 6 months from now. So if you ever go to a cigar event where they're rolling fresh rolls, you can smoke it right away, right? You don't smoke it within about a week, you're gonna have to put it away and give it at least 20 days, 21 days, 3 weeks or something, because it goes through a change where it's just not gonna be good. And then after that, it's good to smoke. So all of this is a part of that. So the great cigar blenders are able to smoke it today. They're able to smoke it in 21 days, 3 weeks, a month, and tell you what it's going to taste like 6 months, a year from now. So it's all interesting. It's very interesting. Now this, I'm reading from the article. Now this Sumatra wrapper that they have here, this wrapper is very dark. The Oscar Sumatra is very light, so it's probably a shade-grown Sumatra versus a sun-grown Sumatra. Sumatra wrappers are prized for their versatility and consistency, making them a go-to choice for many cigar makers. The mild yet flavorful nature of Sumatra tobacco makes it a complement to a wide variety of filler tobacco, whether the filler is robust and spicy or smoother and more subtle, so you can go either way with it. So that Sumatra wrapper works on both. They are also known for their durability and resilience. They are less prone to cracking compared to some wrappers, making them easier to handle during the cigar rolling process. The smooth texture and even burn also contribute to a more consistent smoking experience. So I fooled around with rolling cigars at one point, and some cigars, wrappers, very thin, very, very finicky. You got to be very careful with you know, how you fool with it. Where something like a Pennsylvania broadleaf is rough, tough, and rugged, and you can really just fool around with it, and it's not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna hurt it. So that's the type of thing. So there we go, Sumatra wrappers. So that's what we got here. So all right, family, let's tell you whose cigar this is. This cigar is a Macanudo Sumatra Robusto. Macanudo. So it'll probably be a cigar that comes out later on this year. It's a good cigar. She is burning well. Solid cigar. Now, as long as the price is not crazy, now if you put this cigar out and you tell me that they're $25 a piece, I'm gonna tell you no go. No go. But if you got a good, decent price on it, box press, I like a box press Robusto, she burns very well, then we could probably do something with it, you know? So we shall see. But anyway, that's enough of that. Family, when you wake up in the morning, you got to tell yourself, today is going to be another great day. I declare that you are going to have some problems and some issues in some of those great days. Maybe not all of them, but some of them you will. The issue is not the problem. The issue is how you deal with the problem. When I wake up, I say, today's going to be another great day. And I'll deal with the problems as they come. Sometimes I can fix it, sometimes I can't, sometimes I know what to do, sometimes I don't. Love the women of the world. But sometimes. There was a guy once, he found a bottle on the beach, and when he picked up the bottle and rubbed it, a genie came out. Genie said, "Hey, congratulations, thanks for letting me out of there. You get one wish." Guy said, "You know what, I live over here on the West Coast. I'd like to be able to get over to Hawaii. So could you build me a bridge from California all the way over to Hawaii? I just need a bridge, right?" The genie said, "Nah, that's too hard. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to give you another wish. I need you to give me another wish because I can't do that one." He said, "Okay, that's fine. What I would like then instead is I'd like to understand women." The genie looked back at the man and said, "How many lanes do you want that bridge? 2 or 4? Another great day. Love my sisters now. I love y'all. Family, when you wake up in the morning, you gotta tell yourself, today is gonna be another great day. Why? Because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between truth and a lie, so you might as well tell it a good damn lie. So go on and do it and have yourself another great day. Macanudo, Sumatra, top secret cigar. Look for it. Look for it. Coming to you soon. We'll see y'all later, family. Peace.